we've always had a pioneering spirit. We've always done things that have never been done before. Now, to be a pioneer is pretty exciting because you're treading new ground. You're finding new ideas, and it's an exciting place to be. But it also has its challenges because no one has ever been there before. It's not like you're driving down the freeway. It's like you're walking down a forest and you have to cut down the trees to get through the forest. And so it comes with challenges. But we started our company under the name, logo of Morinda. Morinda is the scientific name of noni. It's Morinda citrifolia. The product that we started selling in 1996 was Tahitian noni juice. Tahitian noni juice was so successful that after about 6 years, we changed the company logo to Tahitian Noni International. And the flagship product that we sold was noni. Now, we were the first company in the history of the world to offer noni to the marketplace. There are hundreds of different noni products out there now.
Tell us about it.
None of them would be there without us.
All right, tell
We
us.
were the pioneer. We're the leader in that. We sell more noni than any other, well, probably all of them put together. We harvest more noni than all of them put together. All of our noni comes from Tahiti. We have a processing plant in Tahiti. And we did that because the processing plant that we were using in the early years couldn't keep up with production. And so we built one that's larger to make sure that you would never run out of the product. And so this was a real pioneering effort to be the first to introduce noni to the marketplace. As we studied noni, as we continued our commitment to the science of noni, knowing more about noni than any other institution in the world, if someone wants to know more about noni, they come to us. We learned that there's many different compounds in noni that give the benefit that noni gives. One of those is iridoids. We learned that noni is the king of iridoid. Iridoid are compounds that are beneficial to our health that the scientific world has been studying for about 40 years.
Wow.
The plant, iridoids are found in many plant foods. The plant that has more iridoid than any other plant food is noni. There are some others. And so we started mixing these other plant foods, olive and cornelian cherry, with noni. And we became the first company in the world to introduce a measured amount of iridoid from multiple sources. With that, we felt that we needed to broaden our horizon, so we changed the name from Tahitian noni back to Morinda. Okay? Now, as we were studying iridoids, this too was a pioneering effort. To be the first to offer a measured amount of iridoid. As we studied iridoid, we learned that one of the great benefits of iridoids is that it would reduce AGEs in the body. These compounds that Dee spoke about earlier. As we learned that, we thought, wow, maybe our product will reduce AGEs in the body. And so we took our Max product that was already developed, and we entered into a study in Indonesia. There was 80 plus participants in this human clinical. They did not change any part of their lifestyle except they took Max every day. That was the requirement, to drink Max every day. At the end of the study, now that's pretty risky to join a human clinical trial. The risk is, oh wow, what if the study comes back and it doesn't do anything? And it costs a lot of money to do human clinical studies. And so huge risk to do this, but we felt confident that it would reduce AGEs because it was so high in iridoid count. So, at the end of the study, we learned that those participants, their AGEs were reduced by over 20% without changing anything in their life. Their diet, their exercise, nothing else was changed. They just drank max. We tested their AGEs by two methods. We drew blood. Dee says that we can do that. If you want to do that, we can do that. And we also tested the AGEs in their skin using a device from Diagnostics, not the one that you saw in the back room as you were having your AGE scan, but the generation before that, which was very expensive. This device that we have now is pretty cheap. I know it's really still expensive, but it's pretty cheap compared to the ones that we bought in the early days, which cost nearly $20,000 each.
Wow.
So that's how we tested the AGEs, and there was a 20+% reduction in AGEs. So wow, that was a big wow for us. So we became the first company in the history of the world to offer a product that would reduce AGEs without harmful side effects. Pioneering effort. With that, we wanted to make our message more focused, simple. And so we changed the logo to simply Morinda, similar to how we started. Now you can look at that and say, man, what are you guys doing? You're changing this thing out every 6 years. That's what pioneers do. They find out new information, and with that information they adjust, and they're a little liquid, and they're able to make those adjustments to fit the message. And it just so happens that we were right at the first. At the beginning, we were right, and we've sort of shown that. So, with that, there's a mission, there's a purpose, there's a reason for what we do and why we do it. And it's capsulated for me in this simple statement: to bless the whole earth with the natural goodness of Earth's best as we tell the story of lives transformed. Now there's 4 parts to that statement. The first part, to bless the whole earth. That speaks of our vision. It speaks of what we're trying to do. Our vision is big enough for everyone, everywhere. It's relevant for all the people that you know and all the people you don't know. Everyone needs and wants this opportunity. They just don't know they want it yet. You have to coax them and tell them, introduce it to them. So the first part of that speaks of our vision. The next part, of the natural goodness of Earth's best, that answers the question, what is it that you do? So if someone asks that, what do? You can say, I deliver the best that the earth has to offer. That's
Okay. Okay.
Now, that's certainly true with our product. You can say that about the device, too. The device isn't perfect, but it's the best that the earth has to offer today. And it's going to get better.